You know what's funny? Every time someone tells me hybrids are complicated and unreliable, I just smile because they're looking at it completely backwards. Think about what a hybrid actually is on paper. Two power sources, a high-voltage battery, an electronic system managing everything in real time. More complexity, more components, more things that could go wrong. That's the logical conclusion, right? And yet, go find a New York taxi driver who's been running a Prius for 6 years. Go look at the owner's posting odometer, photos at 400,000 m, at 500,000, at 600,000 meters on the original engine. Something doesn't add up, or maybe something adds up perfectly, and most people just don't know what it is. Today, we're going to fix that. 3 reasons. 3 engineering decisions that almost nobody talks about. And by the end of this, you'll never look at a Toyota Hybrid the same way again. Let's start with the first reason, and I want you to forget everything you think you know for a second, because reason 1, why the engine rarely works hard. Important thing happening inside a Toyota Hybrid is what the engine is not doing. In a normal car, the gasoline engine does everything. Every single time you pull away from a light, that's the engine. Every time you crawl through city traffic, that's the engine. Every moment of acceleration, every low-speed movement, every stop-and-go cycle, all of it, the engine alone. That means constant RPM spikes, constant load, changes, constant mechanical stress, repeating over and over thousands of times a day. Now, in a Toyota Hybrid, the electric motor steps in during low-speed movement, electric motor during stop-and-go traffic, electric motor during those first critical seconds of acceleration when stress is at its peak. The electric motor is already there absorbing the load before the gasoline engine even has to think about working hard. I always use the same analogy when I explain this to people. Imagine 2 runners. One of them sprints every single time. Full effort, every distance, every terrain. No breaks, no help. The other one has a teammate, someone who takes over on the hard stretches, someone who shares the burden after 10 years. Snorts. Which runner's body holds up better? That's your Toyota Hybrid engine. It's not stronger than a conventional engine. It's just protected. Less strain, less heat, less friction. And less friction, repeated across hundreds of thousands of cycles, becomes something enormous over time. Here's the part that really gets people. City driving, the kind that destroys conventional engines, the fastest, actually becomes less damaging in a hybrid because the electric motor absorbs the most brutal part of urban driving before the combustion engine is ever asked to deal with it. Less wear every single day, day after day after day. That's where the mileage comes from. And now the second reason goes even deeper. And this one changed the way I think about engine longevity completely. Most people believe engines die from age, from mileage, from time. But that's not really what's happening. What actually kills engines is stress cycles. Specific, violent, repetitive events that happen on every single drive. Cold starts. That moment when the engine fires from completely cold. Minimal lubrication. Metal pressing against metal. Oil still finding its way through the system. Rapid acceleration events. Hard gear changes. Extreme RPM swings happening over and over again. None of these are catastrophic on their own, but repeated thousands of times across the life of a vehicle. They create cumulative fatigue where that builds quietly. Damage that accumulates slowly until one day something gives. Now, here's what Toyota's hybrid system does. It doesn't eliminate these events entirely, but it reduces them dramatically. The electric motor fills the power gaps. It smooths the transitions. It absorbs shock loads before they ever reach the mechanical components. I think of it like moving heavy boxes. If you're doing it alone, every single lift is your full burden. Your back, your joints, your muscles, taking all of it every time. But if someone steps in and takes half the weight on every lift, you can do the same job for years longer before your body starts to break down. That's exactly what the electric motor does for this drivetrain. Every time there's a sharp demand, Every time there's a transition, every time there's a moment of stress, the system absorbs it, spreads it, reduces it. This is why hybrid drivetrains build this reputation for being almost boring in their reliability, not because they're built from exotic materials, not because they're over-engineered, but because the system is quietly preventing the kind of damage that would otherwise be building up every single day. And now we get to the third reason. This one is the most misunderstood. And honestly, it's the one that I find most fascinating. When most people hear that Toyota hybrids use a CVT, they get nervous. CVTs have a complicated reputation. Some feel strange. Some have reliability issues. And a lot of experienced car. Reason 3. The transmission most people misunderstand. People instinctively distrust them. So, I completely understand the reaction. But here's where everything flips. Toyota's hybrid eCVT is not a conventional CVT. It is something fundamentally different. And once you understand what it actually is, the reliability numbers stop being surprising. A traditional automatic transmission is a mechanical marvel. Clutch packs, hydraulic circuits, multiple gear sets, dozens of components, all working together, all of them subject to wear, all of them generating heat, all of them potential failure points. A conventional CVT replaces gears with a belt and pulley system. It solves some problems and introduces others. Toyota's eCVT does something else entirely. It uses a planetary gear set, a compact, elegant mechanical arrangement integrated directly with the electric motors. No belt, no clutch, hacks, no hydraulic complexity, fewer moving parts, fewer friction surfaces, less heat, less wear, and fewer things that can eventually fail. This is why you find Prius taxis doing 400,000 m, never once touching the transmission. This is why fleet managers, people who run vehicles hard on tight budgets with zero tolerance for downtime, keep coming back to Toyota hybrids. Because the drivetrain holds up under conditions that would have destroyed a conventional transmission long before reaching those numbers. And now, all three reasons start connecting together. Because here's the thing, the engine works less aggressively. That's one layer of protection. Stress. Events are smoothed out and absorbed. That's a second layer. The drivetrain has fewer components generating wear. That's a third layer. Each of these factors on its own makes a real difference. But together, they don't just add up. They multiply. Small reductions in wear, repeated across every single drive cycle, compounded across thousands of hours of operation, across hundreds of thousands of miles. The gap between a Toyota hybrid and a conventional powertrain keeps growing, wider the longer you drive.